welcome everyone who are in the temple as well as those who are listening to this online. We are going forward with our study on Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Karma Yoga Nama Tritiyo Adhyaya, the third chapter named as Karma Yoga. Till now we were studying up to the sloka number 30, Karma Yoga, third chapter, slok number 30. Mai sarvani karmani sanyasyadhyatma chetasa nirashi nirmamo bhutva yuddhasva vigata jara. What we studied there is that what is God's work? What is the definition of God's work? How it is the work of God or for me to do the work of God, and that is my work too. And how we can give our karma to the God. When God is saying, Mai sarvani karmani, give me all your karma, what kind of karmas we can give to him or her? Whether he can take our karma, how to give that karma, how the fruits of that karma is handled subsequently, because God is not a material world. God is not seen as a material. God is everywhere. He is omnipresent. He owns everything. How can we give something to the God when he already owns everything, which include our body also? So that is what we studied. And then what should be our psychology while doing our karma? What kind of karmas we can give, and what should be our mindset while doing those karmas? And that is where we were looking at the word Nirashi Nirmamo Bhutva. And we studied that in detail. And then Yuddhasva Vigata Jara. When we do that, how that can remove the anxiety, the fear, the impact of actions needed to do the living, needed to be done while living in the world. That is what we studied. Nirashi Nirmamo Bhutva Yuddhasva Vigata Jara. Vigata Jara, the tension, the anxiety of doing the yuddha. Yuddha means the actions, whatever is your performed, your prescribed duty. That while doing it, while doing that yuddha every day, how we can be patient, how we can have a comfort. That is what we looked at. And then we were looking at the next sloka, which we left somewhere halfway, and we are going to further on it. So I'll chant the sloka number 31st on the chapter 3, and we will look into it further. Ye me mata midam nityam anutishtanti manavaha sraddhavanto nasuyanto mucyanti tepi karmabhi. Ye me mata midam nityam. Ye, one who is matam nityam. Matam, here the God is very polite. He is telling that this is my mat, this is my opinion, this is my advice, this is what I see. He is not telling, I told this and because I am God, you must do it. He is telling, I am telling this for you to follow. And anutishtanti means abide by. Those who abide by these teachings of mine, matamidam nityam, continuously. It is not that we do it only once. It will be a continuous following. Who continuously follows it, matam midam nityam anutishtanti manava, all the people, human being. See, each word is very important, and we are going to look into that. Sraddhavanto anasuyantaha means free from envy, a mindset which is not correct. Here envy doesn't mean only envy of somebody has got a big car and I do not have the car. Not like that. It is a big one. It has got a bigger meaning than that. Anasuyanto, free from envy. He becomes free. Muchyante word comes in Gita so many times. It's a simple meaning is freedom. Muchyante means getting free, becoming free, not getting attached, not getting stuck to, and becoming free. Muchyante tepi karmabhi. Karmabhiya, from the bondage of the karma. Those who follow my teachings nityam, all the time, with profound faith, anutishtanti, and free from envy, are released from the bondage of karma. In Hindi, it means that जो मनुष्य दोष बुद्धि से रहित अनसूयंत असूया मतलब असूया मीन्स द्वेष बुद्धि अनसूयंत द्वेष बुद्धि रहित अनसूयंत और श्रद्धा अनुतिष्ठन्ति श्रद्धा से युक्त हो सदा मेरे इस उपदेश का अनुष्ठान पूर्वक पालन करते हैं वो कर्मों के बंधन से मुक्त हो जाते हैं. That is the meaning. Okay, that's what is the meaning and how it is applicable to my life today. Because our Gita study is not only for spirituality but also application. Gita is a book of applied sciences. While we were studying in school, we were having books, applied mathematics and pure mathematics, applied physics and pure physics. Two different types. Pure physics means only principles. We don't know how to apply. Pure mathematics, Laplace transform, x square is equal to 1 upon s. What does it mean? Where it is applied, we don't know. We just don't know. Newton's law of motion. Pure physics. Applied physics is you make the linkages, you make the gears, you make the chains, and you design a machine. That is applied. Gita is a applied adhyatmic book. It is not only pure, but it is also applied. So we are studying here how the application of this sloka will be there. So to do that, we will understand each word over here. Number one is Shraddha, Anutishtanti, Shraddha. And last time we talked about Shraddha. We last time talked about Ganapati. Ganapati Bhagwan abhi gaye hain, abhi gaye hain, kal hi gaye. So what is Ganapati? Ganapati has got two teeth. One full and one broken. And then there is a Purana. ब्रह्मास्त्र लगा तो एक दांत तोड़ के निकाल दिया. That is Purana. Purana means it is a story. You cannot prove it logically, you cannot prove it chronologically, you cannot prove it with time, you cannot give any logical argument to it. Purana is there as a story, but to prove a truth. That is Purana. But why? What is the representation of Ganpati with one broken tooth and one full? And we talked about it last time that broken tooth is representing the intellect, buddhi, intellect. And the full tooth is Shraddha. It is representing Shraddha. So we talked about it that when the buddhi stops, the Shraddha starts. And how the Shraddha is applied in everyday life? Very simple. We think, oh, nahi, hame Shraddha hai. So some people say, I don't have a faith. I don't believe in this. God hai, Bhagwan hai, नहीं मानता. Shraddha hai. तुमको है वो तो blind है. That is what people argue. But we all follow Shraddha. Actually, we follow Shraddha every day, every second in life. Every second in life cannot go ahead without Shraddha. We drive the car. I took the example last time. We are driving the car. We are stopping at a signal. And now at that signal, you are in a red light. So you are stopping there. Now your light becomes green. So you say, okay, my signal is green. I am going to go. And you go. Shraddha hai. You have got a Shraddha that nobody, other people who are in the crossroad, they have got a red signal and they will stop. You have got a Shraddha. Do you have any control on it? No. You have Shraddha. As I am following the rule, other people will also follow the rule. You go to the doctor, you get vaccination. Doctor is asking you long question. Do you have allergy to this, to this, to this? 95% of those things are even unknown to us. But what we say, no, I don't have any allergy. I have got Shraddha in the vaccine, give me the vaccine. Shraddha is everywhere. You ask a junior kindergarten boy, what do you want to be? I want to be a pilot. Does he know about the aeroplanes? No. Does he know how to study and go further in that? No. He has a Shraddha. So there is a little story on Shraddha. What happened, and it's a funny story. What happened that there were two sages and they thought that okay, we will do tapam, penance, austerity. हम तप करेंगे और हम निर्वाण को प्राप्त करेंगे, हम ब्रह्म ज्ञान को प्राप्त करेंगे. वो दोनों बैठ गए. Both of them sat under the tree for doing the तप करने के लिए बैठ गए. अभी now as we know always on the story, what happens? कोई भी तप करता है या anybody doing tapa, इंद्रासन हिलने लगा. We always hear फला ऋषि ने तप किया, इंद्रासन हिलने लगा. Of course there is a logic in it and we will keep that aside. We will just go with the story. तो ये दोनों ने भी तप किया. both of them started doing tapa. So what happened? इंद्रासन हिलने लगा. Indra very much worried. Oh my God, these people are going to come and snatch my position. हाँ, तब करता तो हिलने लगा. So Indra came in the base. Indra changed his look, and he came like a normal person, a Ruchi or somebody, and he comes to first person. And he's telling, oh, what are you doing? And this guy is telling, oh, I am doing penance. मैं तप कर रहा हूँ क्योंकि मुझे स्वर्ग मिले. I want to go to the heaven. मुझे ब्रह्म ज्ञान की प्राप्ति हो. Wow, that is good. But do you know how much time it takes to do that? And this fellow says, no, I don't know, but I am doing it. I'm on my way. So Indra is telling him that no, it's very difficult. It's very challenging. You know, this tree under which you are sitting, the number of leaves on this tree, that many number of lives, हाँ उतने जन्म लगेंगे तभी स्वर्ग मिलेगा, नहीं तो नहीं मिलेगा. ये पेड़ के नीचे अब जो बैठे हैं, इसके ऊपर जितने भी पत्ते हैं, उतने नंबर ऑफ जन्म लेंगे आप, जब भी स्वर्ग मिलेगा, नहीं तो नहीं मिलेगा. This fellow is looking up. He is counting, just in his mind he is counting, my God, these are thousands of, I mean like how many number, uncountable number of leaves. इतना ज़्यादा टाइम लगेगा तो, और फिर भी मिलेगा, आई डोंट नो. मिलेगा नहीं मिलेगा, आई डोंट नो. स्टैंड अप, खड़ा हो गया, जाने दो, छोड़ दिया, इवेंट हो. हाँ, तप भंग हो गया. Then Indra applied the same principle, the same strategy to the other guy. He is telling him also, अरे तुम्हें पता है जितने पत्ते हैं उतने जन्म लगेंगे, फिर शायद मिलेगा. ऐसा. He is also looking at the number of lives. Indra thought this fellow is also going to succumb to my idea. But this fellow is a different person. Why? Because he has a Shraddha. He has a Shraddha in his mind. So he is telling, oh, so that means that after this many number of lives, I will definitely get the Swargalok, isn't it? And say, yeah, after this much you should be getting, okay, then I will continue. Because now there is even though the path is longer, but there is a guaranteed gain. श्रद्धा आदमी को लेके जाती है, बुद्धि या विश्वास नहीं लेके जा सकता. It is only the Shraddha which takes it. And there is nowhere to go. Even Canada is the best country to learn that. We have all come from outside with Shraddha. जाएंगे, settle होंगे, बंगला बनेगा, गाड़ी भर घुमाएंगे. Everybody has a Shraddha. That is why we have come here. नहीं तो कौन आता था पंजाब में अच्छे हरे भरे खेत छोड़ के? Who will come here in minus 30 degrees centigrade? Oh, I will settle. I will make it happen. Shraddha. So we talked about Shraddha last time even in more detail. But so Shraddha has to be there. Where the limitation of brain, the Shraddha is there. Now here another word is Dosh Buddhi. Anasuyanto. What is Dosh Buddhi? Very important. See, Dosh Buddhi is something very important to understand for a good performance and a happy life. So let us first of all understand the Buddhi. Buddhi is intellect. And then we have got three types of people in the Buddhi. Three types of people who use their Buddhi, who use their intellect in each way. So there is Buddhivadi, there is Buddhijivi, and there is Buddhinistha. Buddhivadi, Buddhijivi, and Buddhinistha. What is the meaning? So basically all these three are using their brain in a unique way, and that is why they are defined in different way. So we will take first of all a Buddhivadi. Vadi means what? One who argues, one who has got fun, one who enjoys in argument. That is Buddhivadi. He may be having less intellect or more intellect. That doesn't matter much. But important part is whatever he has, he likes to use it in the argument. Now that may be a very great argument or that may be a very futile argument. But he is using his brain only in the argument. In a very small village under the tree, there are two people who have got nothing to do, they will argue. Salman Khan ka kaun sa picture acha hai? Argument. They will use their brain for argument. The outcome of the argument will not prove fruitful to anything. And this can be very intellectual argument also. Bhagwan stri hai ya purush hai? argument. And they will use their brain. Even in our history, people have argued like anything. Shuddha Dvait, Dvait, Aparadvait, different type of Dvaita. Shankaracharya is right or Ramanujacharya is right? Vallabhacharya is right. Who is right out of our Acharya? Which Acharya to be followed? We were so busy discussing that India became completely slave under the people who attacked India at various times, and we never bothered about it. हम यही आर्ग्यूमेंट करते रहे शुद्धाद्वैत के द्वैताद्वैत. And one who can argue better is a bigger brain. What is the outcome? Nothing. What is the help to the people in the up to the last level? Nothing. That is Buddhivadi. They keep arguing on various topics. Their fun, their aim of the life is to win the argument. So first, we will have to understand that all these three, how they are different than the animals. Because even animals have the buddhi. So where to use the buddhi? It is a part. Because intellect is there in animals also. Why we are studying this? Because we have to understand the difference between a human being intellect and the animal being intellect. So animals are going by prakriti, naturally. They use it for living and survival. That include searching for the food, which may be either by migration or hunting. Then building the residence, either nest or burrows or anything. Then they do the survival in difficult time, like hibernation. They do teamwork also. Animals do the teamwork. Survival of the races in the ants. They sacrifice themselves for saving the eggs, which are going to create more ants subsequently. And then they also fight for regeneration. एक अच्छा सा हिरन है या अच्छी सी लेडी हिरन है, उसको मेरी वाइफ बने, उसके लिए दो हिरन फाइट करते भी हैं. We see them using their intellect and using their energy. They also have the anger, envy, pride, laugh, tease, love and care. We see that in animals also. However, it is not part of these three things: Buddhivadi, Buddhinishta and Buddhijivi. It is not the part that. Why? Because they do their work with the natural instinct. Animals do not use their brain for enslaving someone, either intellectually or resourcefully or physically. Animals don't do that. एक एनिमल अपने ही एनिमल को नहीं खाता, कौवा कौवे को नहीं खाएगा, कुत्ता कुत्ते को नहीं खाएगा. That's the difference. That's a big difference in intellect. They do not have utilitarian psychology. किसी का उपयोग करना, मैं इसका उपयोग कर लूं. They never have that psychology. Their intellect is used mainly for the survival. But in the humans, it is used to rule. And the ruling may be in the family, the ruling may be in a society or even universal. Ruling, मेरी बात मानना चाहिए. After 45 years of marriage, you ask a husband or the wife, what is your biggest grief for your partner? They will say, मेरी बात मानते नहीं, मेरा मानता नहीं. I like one of the song in Hindi movies. It means a great everything is a तत्वज्ञान if you take it. दिल की चीज क्या है आप मेरी जान लीजिए, बस एक बार मेरा कहा मान लीजिए. You follow my instruction once, then I will do anything. I am ready to do anything for you. That is what it is. मानते नहीं है. Rule. The inner urge of a human being, the intellect, is to rule. That is number one, which is different from the animals. Then hurting and snatching from others, even though it is not required for survival. Hurting and snatching from someone, even though that thing is not required for survival. मेरे पास में I have $10 million, but I need more. I need more and more and more and the most more than others. Do you need it for survival? Answer is no. I got my own experience. I was in Middle East once upon a time. And I had a senior worker with me, and he used to have a very high salary compared to all the other people. Very high salary. Very nice salary. Tax free. So he used to eat the salad all the time, only salad and juice. He will bring a bottle of juice like this, orange juice or something, and he will eat salad. So I just joked at him. I calculated and told him that, if you are eating a salad, the cost of this salad is say X amount of money. The amount of money which you make per month is almost equal to your 10 years of salad expenses. That means that if you are working for 1 year in this place, you are already earning your bread and butter for 100 years. So you are not working for bread and butter for sure. And he says, no, I got other expenses. So I told him, okay, what other expenses? We calculated, just a rough calculation, and he already earned for, if he is going to live up to 150 years. If he is listening to this, I will not name him, but he can definitely recognize, because this was a discussion. 150 years. 150 साल का खाना कमा लिया है, अभी काम क्यों करना? And we talked about it, Maslow's triangle. Once upon a time, around 10-15 sessions before, we talked about Maslow triangle. खाली खाना नहीं है. Why do a man work? What motivates a human being? Ruling. मेरा मानना चाहिए, समाज में नाम होना चाहिए. 3,000 square feet bungalow, 6,000 square feet bungalow, 10,000 square feet bungalow, mansion. That is what the human beings are. And then planning for long distance future and for generations. That is what people do. And creativity beyond the natural development. These are the intellect. These are the qualities which a human being is having. But where all these qualities a Buddhivadi is using these qualities in only one thing: arguments. He is using it in arguments to control, to prove the superiority. That is what Buddhivadi do. And if a person is doing like that, he is Dvesha Buddhi. He is a person who is using his intellect in a wrong direction. And people who are using it in the wrong direction with the Dosha Buddhi, Anasuyanta, will not be free from the karma. That is what God is telling. And then another type of people are Buddhijivi. These people are very intelligent also. But they are using their intelligence only for themselves. बुद्धिजीवी, जीवन चलाने के लिए. I will use my intellect to earn the resources. Whatever is the condition, I will use it for earning the resources and surviving. To do that, they were ready to do actions which are even not morally correct. कुछ भी करेंगे, अपनी बुद्धि का उपयोग गलत लोगों के लिए भी करेंगे. And we have got example. Drona. We have got the example of Drona, Guru Drona. He was having extreme intellect. Of course, he did it for a reason, and that is another part. We can take it somewhere later. But he used this intellect, he used this capacity for what? किसके लिए उसने अपना जो capacity था उसका उपयोग किया? कौरव की साइड से. The people who are pulling this, the sari of a lady in a court, भरी सभा में जो लोग साड़ी खींचने के लिए तैयार हो जाते हैं, उनको सपोर्ट करने के लिए द्रोण और भीष्म ने लड़ाई लड़ी. Using their brain, their capacities, their power, their intellect. Buddhijivi. For what? For the job which they are doing. Naukar, slave. Those are called as a Buddhijivi. And the third people, these two people are having a Dosha Buddhi. They are having intellect, but they are using it for a Dosha Yukta action, a wrong action. And then there is a Buddhi Nishtha. One who has got a clear-cut principle in the mind and they follow this principle. Whatever adverse conditions comes in front of them, they will not leave their श्रद्धा in the principles, in the सिद्धांत के अंदर से उनकी श्रद्धा हिलेगी नहीं. They will not move, they will not get shaken up. They will continue to do the work which they are doing based on the principles which they follow and which they believe in. We have always chant, right? Achyutam Keshavam Sri Ram Narayan. Achyutam, Achyut means one who shakes up. Achyut means who doesn't move, who doesn't shake up in any condition. That is Achyut, one of the name of Sri Krishna. Achyutam Keshav. So that is called as a Buddhi Nishtha. These three are major part in utilization of the intellect. And these three are nothing but the Dosh Buddhi. The first two are Dosh Buddhi. Now, why the God is talking about Dosh Buddhi here? Because God has given us a free will. भगवान ने बुद्धि इसलिए दी है क्योंकि हम उसका यूज कर सकें. We are given a free will to use it. And anything where we use it where it is, or anything where if it is used where it is not intended for, that is a Dosh Buddhi, which is Buddhijeevi and Buddhivadi. What it is intended for? Finally, हमारी बुद्धि किस लिए है? Why our intellect is given like this, not similar to the animals, but as a human being? What's the purpose? The purpose is simple, so that we can understand the relationship, हमारा relationship, our relationship with whom? With the God. Once we understand that relationship, then we know what is my duty, and then we will utilize our intellect towards those actions as a duty. That is karma yoga. Karma yoga है. Are we not doing karma? We always do karma. सुबह से उठ के शाम तक काम करते ही हैं. We all work. We never sit idle. Even if we are enjoying, that is also a karma. So karma is there. But utilizing the intellect to do that karma is whether we are having Dosh Buddhi or not. That proves. So intellect is to be used to join with the God. And how to join? How to give him the karma? That was explained in the previous sloka as we discussed. We already talked about Shraddha. The results and the future is always unknown. Intellect has a limit. So if there is no Shraddha, either it creates an inaction or loss of confidence. When there is no Shraddha, either there is an inaction or loss of confidence. करते समय विश्वास नहीं रहेगा और या तो करना ही नहीं है. So I always say sometimes, those people say हमें भगवान में बहुत श्रद्धा है मगर करते कुछ नहीं. They have got lot of हमें बहुत श्रद्धा है. अच्छा तो आप क्या करते हैं? हम पे श्रद्धा है, भगवान ही आके करेंगे. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. श्रद्धा needs enormous कर्तृत्व. कर्तृत्व होना उसके पीछे होना चाहिए. There has to be a lot of kartutva, lot of high amount of exertion and hard labor. Then only the Shraddha definition completes. Just by sitting and chanting, हमें श्रद्धा है. I give that example. There are two boys. One boy is having Shraddha. Both are having Shraddha. But one is having Shraddha that if I read, I will pass the exam. And the other one is telling I am having Shraddha. I will just keep chanting the name of the God. Will he pass? He will not pass. So Shraddha should not be blind. It should be supported. It should be backed up with a enormous kartutva, enormous actions. Person sitting idle and just wishing for the things to happen is not a Shraddhavan person. And what is the Anushthan? We talked about the word here as Anushthan. Anushthan is nothing but commitment. So some people do the extreme hard work, but they do not have the commitment. And that is where people ask us to do various things. Like jap. Jap karna. Somebody says, मुझे नौकरी नहीं मिलती, मुझे ये नहीं होता, मेरा ये नहीं होता. पंडित जी महाराज जी कहते हैं, जाप करो. Take a mala and take Ganpati ka naam 108 times. You do the mala. How does it help? It definitely helps. God will help if you call him. माँ के पास नहीं जाएंगे तो किसके पास जाएंगे मांगने के लिए? सो इट विल हेल्प. बट व्हाट इट मीन्स, हर रोज सुबह 7 बजे उठ के करना. द पंक्चुअलिटी कम्स इन द लाइफ ऑफ अ पर्सन. द कमिटमेंट कम्स इन द लाइफ ऑफ अ पर्सन. A person who is punctual, a person who is hardworking, a person who is committed will always succeed in life. So the success comes. So it is very important that there is a commitment in the life. It is identified only for spiritual practice, but that is not correct. Anushthan can be for anything. Specific purpose, a specific number of days you decide. हाँ, गणपति लाएंगे, 10 दिन के लिए गणपति लाए, 10 दिन हम पूजा करेंगे. इट कैन बी फॉर एनी एक्शन. हर रोज सुबह उठ के हम व्यायाम करेंगे. एवरी डे मॉर्निंग आई विल गेट अप एंड आई विल डू द एक्सरसाइज फॉर 30 मिनट्स. दैट इज ऑल्सो ए कमिटमेंट. यू शुड वेक अप इन एनी वेदर. Actions which are long term needs a stronger commitment. Commitment is smaller also. It can be very simple. It can be very big also. But long term commitment needs very long term. Any actions which are supposed to be for long term needs a stronger commitment. Now the one of the last word here which we will go through is the muchyante, release from the bondage of karma. It is very very indicative here by the God that वो कर्मों के बंधन से मुक्त हो जाता है. कर्मों के बंधन से मुक्त हो जाता है, कर्म से मुक्त नहीं होता. This is extremely important to understand, because many people leave the karma and they think that I am going into the path of spirituality. Path of spirituality, as per Sanatana Dharma, never tells a person to be idle. It always says a person to keep on doing the karma which is prescribed as per his nature. That is what the God has told in Karma Yoga. So a person gets freedom, muchyante, from the bandhan, the bondage of the karma. How to get rid of the bondage of the karma? That is what God is telling. In other words, God is telling that karma has to be there. If there is no karma, there is nothing like no karma. Bondage of the karma has to be relieved. Karma. So somebody says, how it will happen? Because every karma brings a fruit, and the fruit will be making me a bonding. We know that in a very simple example, every day the judge in the court is giving sentences. He may say somebody, okay, put this guy behind the bar for 6 months. He may also say that hang this person. The karma is that to kill that person, ordering to kill the person. But is there any bondage on the head of the judge? No, he is doing his duty. Nobody will say that the judge has killed this person. They will say that he is sentenced to a death sentence, but the onus, the bandhan of the karma is not on the judge, because he is doing his duty. Similarly, in our life, whatever work we are doing, if we are doing as an honest duty, the bondage will not be there. And people always ask, why bondage? Why bondage? What is the impact of the bondage? Bondage is the reason of the unhappiness and sorrows and greed and grief. Because when you are bonded with the karma, you are bonded with the fruits of the karma. A karma can bring a favorable or a non-favorable fruit. When there is a non-favorable fruit, you have a grief. When there is a favorable fruit, you have a greed. और चाहिए. हाँ, 10,000 कमाया, 10,000 की नौकरी मिली, अभी 12,000 की चाहिए. 10,000 की नौकरी नहीं मिली, सिर्फ 8,000 की मिली, आदमी दुखी हो गया. Bonding with the karma is the root cause of the unhappiness in the human life. But doing a karma is required. नौकरी तो करनी ही पड़ेगी. You have to do the job. You have to do the work. So bondage में से निकलना ये important है. कर्म बंधन से मुक्त हो जाता है. उच्चित means what? You are in military. You are supposed to go on the front, and you go. You kill the soldiers. You are not called as you are a killer or you are a murderer. Rather, people decorate you. इफ यू डन शोन ए बिग वैलोर, बहुत सी हिम्मत बताई और इन्होंने दुश्मन के 20 सैनिकों को मार डाला, मेडल देते हैं, यू आर गेटिंग ए मेडल, यू आर रिकॉग्नाइज्ड फॉर योर वैलोर. They don't say that you are a killer of 20 people. No, why? Because you did your duty. The work is done as a duty. And that is what is the meaning of karma ke bandhan se mukta ho jana. So, if we look at the summarizing of this, yeme matam idam nityam anutishtanti, continuously committed, if you are doing as per what is explained by the God, what is explained, nirashi nirmamo bhutva, then with the shraddha vanto anasuyanto, without any dosh buddhi muchyante, then you do your karma and you will be relieved from the bondage of the karma. That is the kind of summary of this sloka. So we'll go further on the 32nd sloka now, and we'll see how, how this is, what will happen if you do not do this. So God is, see, that is one of the beauty of Sanatana Dharma. Sanatana Dharma always explains what is to be done and what is not to be done. It says on both sides. It never says that don't do this only. It also says what to do and vice versa. It always says what to do and also not to do. Everywhere. Any slokas, any ashtakam you take, Shankaracharya, na tato na mata na bandhu na data na bhukta na parta. Who are you? Aham nirvikalpo nirakara rupo. Yeah, it explains na punyam na papam na saukyam na dukkham. Na tirtho na veda na yajna na yajna. So it says you are not this, you are not this, you are not this. But so who are you? I am this. So it says what you are not and what you are. That is Sanatana Dharma. So God has also explained here in the first one that one who does it is muchyante, freedom ho jata hai. And one who doesn't do, 32nd sloka, etat dabhyasuyanto nanutishtanti me matam sarvajnana vimudastan viddhi nashtana chetasa. Ye tu etat, those Abhyasuyanto means cavilling. Cavilling means one who is making petty and unnecessary objections. In normal Hindi, it is khich. One who is told anything in the world, he will always come out of some petty thing, an argument, and how not we can do this. ये काम कैसे नहीं हो सकता, उसके लिए आर्गुमेंट करेंगे. Cavilling. That is the meaning of the word. Abhyasuyanto. Cavilling. And nanutishtanti. Na anutishtanti. Means who doesn't follow, who doesn't commit. What me matam. What I am telling, one who keeps arguing, objects, and doesn't commit, what happens? Sarvajnana vimudhasta. Sarvajnana, in all types of knowledges, whatever knowledge they have, whatever type of knowledge they have, sarvajnana, kitna bhi padh lo, vimudhatma, they are deluded. They are deluded. Viddhi, no. You know that they are deluded, and what they are going to do? Nashtan chetasa, achetasa, devoid of discrimination. Those who find faults with my teachings and being bereft or deprived of the knowledge and devoid, entirely lacking, they disregard these principles and bring about their own ruin. जो मनुष्य मेरे इस मत में दोष दृष्टि को करते हुए इसका अनुष्ठान नहीं करते, उन संपूर्ण ज्ञानों में मोहित और अविवेकी मनुष्य को नष्ट ही समझो. नष्टान चेतसा. What does it mean? Means that तो नष्ट कैसे हो जाएंगे? One who doesn't follow this process, नष्ट कैसे होंगे? Will they die? Will they be very रोगिष्ठ हो जाएंगे? They will be sick? No. They may be very rich. They may be very intellectual, sarvagyana vimudhastha. Unko bahut gyan bhi hoga. They may be very intellectual. They may be having a lot of knowledge about various things. They may be very rich people, famous people. But they will be nashtan. So the ruin here is created due to agyan. What is agyan? What agyan? They do not understand the psychology and mindset to be kept while doing the karma. So because of that, they are getting attached to the karma. When they are attached to the karma, they are going in the circle of greed and grief. They keep running like a mouse in a wheel. That is how they will be destroyed. They will be destroyed in a way how they will be keep running in the world. आज ये चाहिए, कल वो चाहिए. They will keep running because they are attached to their karma. They are keeping connected with the fruits that leaves them in unending cycle of greed or greed. That is what happens. And that is why they are already nashta. One who is doing a fruitless thing, one who is doing something which is known to be an incorrect thing is a waste. And that is how they will become a nashta. And दोष दृष्टि, जिसकी दृष्टि सिर्फ दोष ही देखती है, that is related to the incorrect outlook in the life. One who see and conclude the errors and incompleteness in anything. कोई भी चीज में उनको गलती ही दिखती है, ऐसे लोग. We know the story about the man and his son and a donkey. We know the story. A man was going with his son to sell a donkey in a fair in the nearby village. So they were walking along the donkey and they were walking on the road. So there were some people who were coming from the front. They say, "Oh, what an idiot guy! They already have a donkey. Why they have to walk? The son can easily sit on the donkey. It will save them energy. Why to walk along with the donkey?" गलत है. बच्चे को गधे पे बिठा दो, चलना नहीं पड़ेगा. So the man thought, "Oh yeah, that is true." So he let the boy sit on the donkey. They go further. Then the next group of people comes in front. The next group of people say, "Oh, what a very bad boy. This is a very bad boy. He is making his old father to walk and he is sitting on the donkey." So the father and son thought, "Yeah, that is also true." So now the father is sitting on the donkey and son is walking. Then the other group comes and the other group says, "Look at that. Now the father is sitting and the poor boy is walking." So they say, "This is also true." उसमें भी गलत है. So they both of them sit on the donkey. And now let us go they go further and the fourth group comes. And the fourth group says, "Oh, look at the poor animal. Both of them are sitting on a poor donkey. He has to take the load of both the people." So the only alternative is that they both lifted the donkey. And finally in the story the donkey falls in the river and they both lose donkey. But the point here was that there will be people always coming out. दोष ही देखेंगे. कोई भी बड़ी से बड़ी अच्छी से अच्छी चीज में दोष देखेंगे. दोष दृष्टि. One who develops that दृष्टि, one who has got that. तो भगवान ने कहा है तो क्या है? हम नहीं मानते, हम इसमें नहीं मानेंगे. दोष दृष्टि. इसका क्या, उसका क्या, आर्गुमेंटेटिव, बुद्धिवादी. Those people who do like that, they will be dying like that only. They will never have a contented life because they find dosh in everything. Everything they will find a dosh. So it is very important to understand that when the God is telling us in what way our brain should be working, nirashi nirmamo, shraddhavanto, and we do our actions as per that and disconnect with the karma, then only we will have a muchyate, freedom. We are already at 6:45, so we will be stopping here and we will start with 33rd sloka next Wednesday again when we come between 6 to 6:45. Till then, I wish everyone a good time. It's a Shraddha time going on. Shraddha is also Shraddha. You give and you feel that you are giving it to your ancestors. So Shraddha is going on. I wish everyone a good time and remembering their ancestors and doing the prayers for them. We will meet again on next Wednesday. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kansachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam